video comes up, then I usually start talking.
Okay.
That way, and it's a bit behind this, so don't look at this. I said don't look at the two, because that's a bit behind.
Okay.
Little technical talk behind the scenes here with Greg.
Yeah. All right, the officials are back on the ice. So we're awaiting the arrival of both teams. They've had their warm-ups, and we'll be getting going here in a few minutes. Just a little bit of information for you before we start this varsity game. The Blues will be facing, just like their JV team was facing an undefeated Saints team, so are the varsity Blues. Dubuque has played 3 games. They are undefeated. They're 3-0. They had 2 wins in the opening weekend against Okoboji. By scores of 5-3 and 7-0. I believe those games were in Okoboji. And last week, on I think Wednesday, a week ago last night, they played at Cedar Rapids and to play the Rough Riders. They trailed in that game 3-2 after 1 period. Guess what the final score was? Well, Dubuque scored 4 in the second and 4 in the third, 8 straight goals. And the final score was Dubuque 10 and Cedar Rapids 3. So just getting ahead of this team doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have a good night, because Dubuque or Cedar Rapids thought they were going to be okay, and it didn't turn out so good for them. The Blues, for those of you who may not have been kept up totally on what they've done the last 2 weeks, they opened the season with 2 very good games against the Warbirds from Fremont, and by scores of 5-3 and 6-4. If I recall, both of those games featured an empty net goal by the Blues that made the final margin 2 rather than 1. So they were very close games. And last week they went on the road for the first time and ran into a real buzzsaw at Waterloo. And a lot of familiar faces on that Waterloo team. And the Blues were never in that one and ended up losing 10-2. And then they got on the bus and headed over to Mason City for games on Saturday afternoon. And the varsity there had a strong effort in the first period. Sam Blunt got him on the board with a goal midway through the first. But they wound up losing that game by a score of 2-1. Now we're going to have the starting lineups. Maybe you can hear that over me as they announce them. Ryan Waterman's announced first.
Apparently the Dubuque fans are not in favor of our team.
The Blues are coached by Joe Doberman and assisted by Isaiah Conrad, Drew Allen, and Nicholas White. And now, starting lineup for your Dubuque Saints.
Dubuque Saints will be individually introduced out of their tunnel with the spotlight and all that stuff.
Number 17, Ben Zick.
17, Ben Zisk is the first player introduced.
At defense from Hempstead High School, number 12, Landon Schultz.
Landon Schultz is a defenseman. I think they said he was from Hempstead High School.
From Hempstead High School, number 7, Alexander Heinkel.
Alex Hinckley, forward, number 7 from Hempstead High School.
From Dubuque Senior High School, number 34, Xander Sheedy.
Xander Sheedy from Dubuque Senior, one of their best scorers. He's got 4 goals and 2 assists in the early going of the season.
Dubuque High School, number 38, Jackson Heacock.
Jackson Heacock, another of their better scorers.
Goal for your Saints from Western Dubuque High School, number 35, Trevor Breen.
And the goaltender.
Is it my imagination, or has Sheehy played here for like 8 years?
I think there was more than one Sheehy.
I know. It's just like, oh, another one.
At least we know we won't have what was it? Cody, what was his name? The number 7 that played for him for a couple of years was just a great player. First name was Cody. I can't think of his last name now. National anthem.
Oh, shut up.
All right, in goal for Dubuque tonight will be Trevor Breen. I was expecting we'd see Colton Stoll, who had started their first 2 games and won them, or their first 3 games and won them both. But instead, it's going to be Trevor Breen. He played 1 JV game, won the game, gave up only 1 goal with a save percentage of almost 92%. So he's pretty good between the pipes.
Well, maybe that's something the Blues can take advantage of. Is this would be what their backup starter JV
maybe
goalie,
or maybe it's just a situation where all 3 are pretty much the same, and they're going to give them all a chance to play. Starting for the Blues will be Jack Wright at right wing, Henry Drissel at center. On defense is Waterman and number 50 Price. And the puck is dropped, and we're underway. Taken off in there by number 17, Zisk. Throws it into the blue zone. Waterman's first back to get it. He's hit from behind. Puck rolls into the corner. Blues battle for it along the boards. Kept inside the blue line. Now there's a shot. Knocked down by the defense. Doesn't get through. And they battle for it in the corner. Now there's a man right in front. Big save. Rebound. And they score! Dubuque scores. 30 seconds into the game on a rebound. Brendan Orr made the first stop, maybe even made a second stop, but that third shot escaped him as the Blues did not a great job of clearing the puck out from the zone. Puck was in the zone for the entire 30 seconds, and it winds up in the back of the net. Saints lead at 1-0 just 30 seconds in. The Blunk line out there now. He's got Smith on right wing. The defense is Krzyzewski and number 43, that's Bradley. Once again, Dubuque sends it into the near side corner, picked up by Brady Krzyzewski. Sends it out along the boards. The Blues get it out, and they'll cross center ice for the first time. This is Blunk, the captain. Sends his shot, is deflected off the boards, comes right out in front. Now along the near side boards, out of the zone. And
assist from number 7, Alexander Heichel, and 34, Xander Sheehy.
Heacock got the goal at 30 seconds of the first period. I'm not sure what the stoppage is for. Was that?
I had the lineman.
Okay, perhaps they ruled that an intentional offside, and they're going to face it off in the Saints defensive zone to the left of Trevor Breen. This is Blunk going to take the draw. Tries to get it to the middle. Now that's Waterman back on defense. Going to get a shot, a nice move to the middle. Shot in front, in the crease, and cleared out of there at the last minute by Blunk. And now it comes to the near side boards where it's picked up by number 2 Panther. He's hit, put into the boards hard, and here's Weiner. Weiner is their leading scorer. Sends it in along the right side boards. Here's a shot, save, rebound. And Orr has to make a second save. He made the first one, the rebound came free, and he made the second save. Weiner, remember him from 2 years ago. He was only a freshman then, I believe, and he was, I think he was about 5'4" and 120 pounds back then. He's grown a lot, like a lot of these kids do, and he is their leading scorer at this point in the season. He got 10 points in 3 games, so pretty effective score. He's got 4 goals and 6 assists, 10 points on the very young season. Draw comes to the middle of the blue zone, picked up out of there by number 79, that's Munsterman. Kept in, though, by Dubuque. Tries to center it in front. It's off the side of the net. Now picked up again by the Saints. Sends it around the net to the side, to the near side boards, and out. They battle for it at center ice. Picked up there by number 25, Krzyzewski. Krzyzewski is roughed up along the boards, but he manages to get the puck out. Now it's back in. This is number 56. Gets it out all the way down, and that's going to be an icing. No, they wave icing at the last minute. One official had his arm up. The one closer to it waved it off. So Dubuque sends it in. That's Drissel over on the left wing boards. They try and keep it in. Kept in at the line by Waterman. Waterman's going to fire one. His shot is handled easily by the goaltender. And we'll have a face-off again in the offensive zone for the Blues. Drissel looks like he's going to take the draw. Waterman and Price on defense. Back to Waterman at the right point. Now he sends it in behind the net. Waterman once again throws it. It's knocked down. And nice job by Waterman there to keep the puck in. But finally, Dubuque succeeds in getting out of their zone and sends it back to 16 Mendoza. Mendoza sends it in. And they ruled that Dubuque could have played it, so there's no icing there. Jack Wright on the forecheck for the Blues. Centering pass goes off the side of the net. Doesn't come out. Now there's a long shot, again by Waterman. Waterman's got a good shot from the right point, and he's, I don't think they're not going to give us a shot on goal on that because that puck was clearly not going to be on goal.
Yeah, Waterman has a good hard shot from up there, and he's not afraid to use it. So hopefully we can get something a little more on net and a good rebound and a scoring chance here. There's the drop of the puck.
All right, Bradley puts it in behind the net. Now it's controlled over there by number 17. We got a whistle. That's Ben Zisk that had control of the puck. We got a
roughing call.
And official skating over to the penalty bench. 2 minutes for roughing. That's going to go against number 7 or 17?
7.
7. That's Heinkel.
Heinkel.
Another one of their better scorers. He got 6 points already on the season.
Well, if you're going to have somebody in the box, good to have one of their better scorers.
All right, this will be the Blues' first opportunity at a power play. Let's hope they were a little more successful than the JV was. Back to the point. Now alongside boards. This is Waterman. Waterman sends it to the high slot. And the puck is knocked off the stick, and we got a man breaking. Wright's got to get back and get in position. And the Dubuque player loses. Oh, no, we're going to have a penalty coming up here against Jack Wright for holding. And that is not a bad call, actually, as Wright was beaten at center ice, and in an effort to slow down that man and keep him from getting a clean breakaway on Orr, he did kind of grab him, and it did not go undetected. So that penalty kill, or that power play for the Blues, lasted 18 seconds. So now both teams are playing a man short at the 13:32 mark of the first.
Yeah, that's the same play that killed us at JV in the first game. Is dangerous plays at the blue line.
Mishandling the puck at the blue line, absolutely.
Yep.
All right, here's Blunk in the corner battling. There's a man trying to get out in front and getting a shot away, and he scores! Even strength goal, and that's the captain. I see the C on his jersey. I'm trying to get a look at his jersey number.
22.
Okay, that's Weiner. And that's his 7th goal of the year already. I'm sorry, his 5th goal of the year. to go along with 6 points, 6 assists for 11 points. So the Blues find themselves in a big hole right off the bat, less than 4 minutes into the game. And the teams were both shorthanded, man, so nobody comes out of the box for that. So
No, and we have minute 33 of 4-on-4 hockey still to go.
There's a man coming in on Waterman. There's a shot. Nice save. Rebound in front. Knocked to the corner. Back to the point. Here's a man going to walk and wire. Misses wide to the left side. And Krzyzewski gets it behind the net. Now here's a man trying to break out in front. Loses control. The Blues are kind of caught flat-footed here. This is number 21, Hill. Hill's shot is deflected to the corner. And finally picked up by Waterman. He loses it in his skates. He has to play it off the boards. Now here's a man going to break right in. Shot. Saved by Orr. Great chance for Dubuque to make it 3-0, and Orr stopped him. Now here is Drissel. Drissel's shot is deflected off the stick of Zisk. Goes high over the glass. We used to call that a Bizen pop. That's the BSN POP. That's BSN puck out of play.
Puck out of play.
We're gonna bring back some of the oldies from time to time.
In honor of you and Rich, I tried not to use them, but they're good.
Dubuque definitely seems to be the faster of the two teams. Here's a man breaking in along the left wing boards. Loses control. Panther puts his man in. And now the puck is thrown blindly down the boards by Price. Here's a centering pass. Man trying to get to the middle. He goes to the backhand, and Orr stops it. Who is number 56 for us? I didn't have him written down here. Do you know?
Well, give me a second here. Is he out there now?
No, I don't think so. But he was, and I didn't know who it was. I didn't have his name written down.
56. I'll have to look. Doing double duty on the camera over here.
Yep. 50 is Price, I know that.
Right, yep.
All right. Dubuque controls back to the near side point. Here is Schultz. Blues get away with one there as it looked like Blunk got away with a tripping infraction there. Now here's the puck, comes to number, that's Panther, comes in on the right side. He tries a backhand shot, misses wide. Goes all the way around to the far side. Now here's a man breaking down the right side. He's going to get in alone. No, he's offside. Ooh, he was in all alone. That was 34 Sheehy.
The Blues got a break on that.
Yes, they did.
That could have been bad. That could have been bad.
Yeah, Sheehy and Weiner, number 32 or 22 for Weiner and 34 for Sheehy, as well as 38 Heacock are the ones you're going to have to really keep tabs on if you want to keep this team under control.
I think 56, it might be cut comp.
Okay, yeah, you might be right.
That was a nice glove save by Orr there.
We played a little over 5 minutes, and the Saints are off to a quick 2-0 lead. The Blues still have 5 seconds to serve on their penalty. And Wright now comes out of the box, and the Blues are back at full and equal strength. And he's going to go right. No, I thought he was going to call a penalty. That was just. Thought it was going to be an icing. It was neither.
Yeah.
An arm goes up. You think something's going to get called. All right, here's Mendoza, loses it, and that's number 4, Pulse, who played in the JV game, played very well in the JV game. There's a man breaking from the side, has the puck knocked off his stick. It plays in the near side corner, back to the point. There's a long shot, deflected off the stick of Price. Fortunately, it goes to the corner and away from the net. There's a man breaking, and he's able to clear the puck for the Blues. Goes back, picked up by number 11. That's Henry. Henry sends it over to his defense partner, who sends it back to Henry. Now they send a pass up along the right wing boards. This is Sheehy, tries to get to the middle in front, and a score. Wow. Really nice passing there by the Saints results in a third goal in the opening 7 minutes of the game. I think that was 13 Ruiz. I could be wrong on that, but it was a three-way passing play between Weiner and Sheehy, and I think maybe it was Ruiz that got the goal. Happened pretty quick.
I thought one of the defensemen for the Blues got a stick on the one pass, but not enough to redirect it.
Alexander, Driscoll, and who's that over there on the left wing? I can't see a jersey number. We'll get that for you.
Panther.
Oh, is that Panther? Okay.
Yep.
Now Cutcomb throws it into the corner. Played there by number 17, Zisk. They battle for it in the corner. Panther tries to get the puck loose. It comes free, and the Dubuque controls it. And they exit the zone along the right wing board. Here's a pass ahead. Got a man breaking right down the middle if they could get it to him. And they do, but somehow Orr makes the save. It was kind of like a second attempt to get a centering pass across. I think maybe that was Weiner that was there. The puck was just a little late in arriving, and he got the shot away, but Orr had enough time to get over and make the stop. 12 shots on goal for the Saints, no shots on goal for the Blues. They have come out hard and fast, and they've got the Blues a little befuddled here 7 minutes into the game. Pass back to the point, sent in around the right wing boards. That's Cutcomb back there to get it. Yes, it was Ruiz.
Assist by number 22, Caden Weiner, and number 12, Landon Schultz.
Actually, the second assist was not Sheehy. It was number 12, Landon Schultz. But 3 quick goals has the Dubuque Saints firmly in control of this game. There's a long shot put in. It's going to be handled easily by the defense, taken behind the net. Panther on the force check. Picked up by number 21, Hill. He brings it out in front of his own net, sends a long lead pass. Shot, Orr makes a save. That was number 20. That was Smothers. And the Blues clear it out, but can get no farther than the neutral zone before it's put back in. And this is Price in the corner. He's checked over there, unable to get it out. Now they put it back into the corner, and Waterman is there to pick it up. Waterman out of his own zone sends a pass ahead for number 17. I'm sorry, that's 79 Munsterman. He can't control the pass, and here they come again. There's a shot of the backhand. Big save by Orr. I was going to say Star, but that was last year and the year before. Puck in the corner on the far side. Puck is loose right in front. Stick is lifted before Mendoza is able to get it out. Now Dubuque controls it in front, sends a pass wide right of the net. Oh man, misfires on the pass as Smith tries to get it out. Can't do it. Comes back to Schultz. A long shot is deflected in front of the net. And finally, the Blues are going to get it out. This is Smith down the left wing boards. Into the corner, back to the point to Wright. Wright tries to get around a man. Now he drops it off. There's a man get a shot away. It's the first shot of the game, although it doesn't count because, or maybe it did count. I didn't know if the goalie actually stopped that or if it was blocked by a defenseman, but they show us with one shot. Passes are just askew, a tad off for the Blues, and that's hurting their attempts to get into the zone on clean breaks. Here is Driscoll, sends it out. Driscoll on the forecheck. Picked up by Wright. Now he gives it to Panther. Panther down the right wing boards. Good speed. He's hit, but maintains control of the puck. Tries to get it in front. Now it's back in front, and they score! Number 23, Henry Driscoll, on a beautiful pass from Jackson Panther, and the Blues are on the board. And that's the first bit of effective offense for the Blues in this game. Maybe they've just took a little while to get awakened, but it's now 3-1 in favor of the Saints. The goal coming with 7:17 to play in the first period. It was just the second shot on goal for the Blues.
That was a nice rush. They got support, got behind the net, maintained control, so.
All right, this is Blunk and Wright and number 16, Mendoza. He sends it in, but it's picked up by the defense and dumped, but not out. Blues maintain control. Here's a shot by Price. Knocked down by the defense, doesn't get through. Now it's put back behind the net where it's picked up by number 21, Hill. Hill looks behind the net. Now he's going to bring it out. Blues trying to get some kind of a forechecking. Now we got another penalty. And is this going to go on the player that's having difficulty getting up? I'm not sure. That is number...
Nope, they're taking 22 to the box.
Number 22 is Weiner.
That's his second, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
So Waterman headed back to the bench after getting shaken up a little bit.
I tell you, Dan, honesty compels me to report that looked like a collision. It didn't look. There was two players ran into each other.
Yeah.
But again, we don't look gift horses in the mouth.
Yeah. Hey, we got penalized in the JV game for a play just like that.
Exactly.
And we both said the same thing. I didn't see
the
anything.
player that went down was ruled to not have done anything wrong. It was
right.
the person that knocked him down that actually ended up in the box. It was placed in the first game for us, and now it's Weiner. Now the puck held in at the point by Jack Wright. Sends it into the corner. And Dubuque is able to ice the puck. Just over 15 seconds left in the penalty, or gone in the penalty. And now here comes Captain Sam Blunk. Sends it over on the side to Wright. On the left side. Here's Wright going to get in. His shot is off the stick of the defenseman. Doesn't get through to the goaltender and into the corner. Now it's back to the point. Kept in there by. Back to the point. Here's a long shot. Knocked down by the defense. Here's a shot by Wright over the net. I think the goaltender may have gotten a glove on it. Now back to Panther along the far side boards. He walks the line, just barely walks the line.
Hey, as long as the puck doesn't cross,
That's
it's all
right.
good.
Now here's a shot.
Oh.
And off the stick of the defenseman. That's number 38, Jackson Heacock, who deflected that puck over the net. And the Saints are able to gain control, and they send it all the way down where it's picked up by Blunk. A little less than a minute to go in this Blues power play. Blunk circles in his own zone, gets it to Waterman, who's fine after taking kind of a rough check there. And now here's a man breaking. He's got a breakaway. Fortunately, Smith is there to cut him off before he got totally into the clear. This is Alex Smith. Now to Waterman. Waterman over on the left wing side. Back
Nice
to
pass.
Smith.
Nice pass
Smith
to
into
Smith.
the corner. He's looking for a point man. Now there's nobody back at the point. Now it's picked up there by Price. So not sure what the puck go out of the rink. I didn't see it, but
It must have. They're
Yeah.
down here digging in a cooler. You got that? So that was a nice pass by Waterman across to Smith in the neutral zone.
yes, it was. Yes, it was.
That's something the JV needs to learn because they were just running it through the zone and getting stood up at the blue line. So 24 seconds left in the power play.
All right, now it's back to the point and out of the zone. Waterman picks it up on the near side, crosses the blue line, sends it in to the corner. It bounces behind the net. Dubuque picks it up and sends it all the way down. The Blues will not have a chance for another rush. We're down to less than 5 seconds in the power play, so they did not take advantage of the opportunity to pull within one. Now here's Alexandra loses it, and the puck is finally sent into the zone where it's picked up by number 13, Ruiz, behind the net. Now he's going to look to come out. Not too intense of a forecheck by the Blues. Oh, good solid contact there between two players. Nobody went down, no penalty.
I always get worried on plays like that
Yeah.
when you see the
I hate the
a
knee
leg,
on,
yeah.
the knee on knee is
Yep.
what really. Another big check over there. And now here's a man getting one, walks right in, shot.
shoots wide. I don't know if Orr
I
Stick
don't know
got
if
part
Orr
of
might
it.
have got a glove on that, but it just barely missed. Another example of Dubuque getting all the way into our goaltender without hardly any defensive resistance at all. That's got to get picked up. The score is 3-1. The shots on goal is 14-2, which is reminiscent of what we saw in Game 1.
But the physical play is picked up here with some hard hits on both sides.
Driscoll, Wright, and we got
Smith.
number Smith over there. And then we got Driscoll. I'm sorry, we have Bradley and Krzyzewski
Yep.
on the defense. Back to Krzyzewski. He's going to walk it into the corner. Somebody better rotate. There he goes. Smith did a good job there. Now here's a man in front trying to center it. It's knocked off the stick of the man in front. Here's Wright behind the net, looking to try and get something to the front of the net if he can. He's surrounded, and the puck is sent over to the far side corner, picked up, and out of the zone. And this is Bradley. Jackson Bradley, a freshman from Pleasant Valley, who picks the puck up and gets it out of the zone. In the absence of Jackson Otten, who apparently is still awaiting word from the league on when he can come back and play, we've got some freshmen pressed into service here on the back line, which is, good for experience. There's a shot by Krzyzewski, is handled easily by Trevor Breen in the goal for the Saints. So with 3:17 left in the first period, fast-moving period, 3-1 Saints. And it looks like the Blues have regained at least a little bit of their equilibrium. They're not back on their heels like they were during that first 7-minute stretch where they gave up 3 goals.
No, we're getting a little more offensive opportunities. Nothing on net, but
here's Blunk's shot. Blunk had it from the faceoff back to Waterman, whose shot is just a little bit off to the side, and Breen was able to handle it quite easily. And they'll have another face-off in the near side dot. Blunk on the draw. Sends it back to number 6. That's Smith. Sends it around the boards. Kept in by Mendoza. And now Waterman's got to evade the linesman there. Now here comes Weiner again. He's going to get right in. Big save by Orr. He just got a piece of it, and it was enough to deflect the puck away from the net. It missed wide left after he got his glove on it. Yeah, this Weiner looks like he's the real deal.
yeah, and it doesn't help. The Blues have been a little careless with the puck at times in this game already.
Yes, they have.
So
all right, here's a puck off the sideboards, picked up, and it goes to number 86. That's Smith. Into the corner to Blunk. Blunk tries to get it out, but can't get it any further than the middle of the slot. And now this is 86.
Smith.
Alex Smith.
Yep.
Gets it ahead. Panther kind of fanned on his backhand attempt to get it into the zone. Now they catch him in a line switch. This is Ruiz. Ruiz going to get in. Saved by Orr. Get it out of there, kid. All right. Blues got caught on a line switch there, and Ruiz was coming down the left wing all by himself. Fortunately, Orr was able to make the save on him. Back to Krzyzewski. He brings it in along the right wing boards into the corner. He's looking for a man
Smith.
to pass it to. Can't get it to, and that's going to be, unless it's on
Don't
goal,
play
that's
it,
going
don't
to be an
play it.
icing, and that's going to be an icing
Yep.
against Dubuque.
Ooh, I thought Orr was going to come out and play it and negate an icing.
Nice play there by Krzyzewski. Took the opportunity from his position at the right point to saw an opening and got in deep along the boards, threw a centering pass out. Unfortunately, the defenseman for Dubuque was doing a good job of tying our forward up, and he never could get a stick on it. But that's
We had Smith, though, wide open on the back door.
yeah.
I don't know if Krzyzewski didn't see him or he couldn't get it to him, but yeah, after the
There's
Blues,
the puck sent down. That's going to be another icing.
after the Blues got knocked back on their heels a little bit with those first 2 goals, they've looked much better. Just under a minute and a half left in the first period. The Blues are trailing by a score of 3-1. Face-off coming up to the right of the Saints goalie. Let's
All right.
see what they can do here.
Blunk going to take the draw. Nobody wins it at first, and now finally it comes to the Saints as Cutcomp is unable to hold it in, so the Blues have to come out of the zone. Here's Trey Alexander. Sends it back along the boards. Going to get to Krzyzewski. His shot never gets through to the goaltender. And once again, Cutcomp cuts it off. Now here is Wright. His pass over there for Blunk. Well, they have some good speed on this team. And Cutcomp going to get to it and send it out along the boards. Now he's going to carry it out this time. But not out. And now the Blues get it out to center ice. Picked up by Hill. He sends a long pass in. It's knocked down. and deflected all the way back into the Saints zone. 40 seconds left in the first. And here come the Saints. Along the right wing boards comes the number 14. Here's Weiner again. His shot is knocked at the defense. Here's Ruiz with a shot over the top of the net in front.
Oh, off the crossbar.
Yeah, he hit the post or crossbar. I heard it clank. That was Ruiz, I think, that had another chance. He's already scored 1 goal tonight. Now they battle for it. 2 or 3, 4 or 5 players there in the corner trying to get it out.
Under 10 seconds.
Blues have to be aware of the time in this situation. Just don't let them get anywhere near the net. And they're able to hold things in place there along the boards.
So we got a penalty coming up.
Oh, it's Panther and number 11. That's Henry. Well, no surprise that Jackson Panther's involved. Anyway, that'll do it for the first period. The Blues spotted the Saints a quick 3-goal lead and then played a lot better in the last 8 or 9 minutes of the period and got it to 3-1. The officials are talking. I'm not sure if they're going to call a penalty. Now a guy's coming, the referee is coming over to the bench.
Well, he had his arm up before the buzzer, so there was a penalty on somebody.
I wonder if he's going to give us the signal. No, apparently not. They'll announce it. Anyway, we're going to take a break while they resurface the ice, and we'll be back in about 12 or 14 minutes with the second period right now after 1. Saints 3, Blues 1. This is Quad City Blues hockey.
I'm going to cheat. I'm going to go online and look. Or I'll make my wife. Said I'm going to go online and look.
All right, welcome back to the I'm on Ice rink in Dubuque. We are just getting ready to start the second period. The Blues trail in this game by a score of 3-1. They've been outshot 16-3, but they did play a lot better in the last 7 or 8 minutes of this game than they did in the first 7 or 8 minutes, where they fell behind 3-0.
Where the puck never left their zone.
No, that was pretty grim there for a while. Dubuque's getting way too many close-in chances against Brendan Orr, and only some really, really good work by him has kept that score at 3. The defense and the forwards have to do a better job of closing out those guys in front of the net. But anyway, we just want to remind you, on Saturday, the Blues will play a home game against the Ames Cyclones, and the junior varsity game will start an hour earlier than normal. Start at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock start, varsity to follow at approximately 6 o'clock. And as we mentioned before, that's kind of because Ames is going to be playing a very unusual schedule this week. They're going to play tomorrow night in Cedar Rapids, then they're coming to our place Saturday afternoon and evening, and then they're going right back to Cedar Rapids to play a game on Sunday. So all part of the new schedule. The Blues schedule, we played 32 games. 11 of our first 16 are away games. After this Saturday's game against Ames, we will not have any more home games until Thanksgiving weekend. The Saturday and Sunday after Thanksgiving, we have 2 games against Okoboji, and then no more home games until after the first of the year. We'll be on the road for like 5 straight weeks. Once we get through there, once we get back in January, we'll have 5 straight home games in January. Then we go on the road for 5 straight, and then we finish off the season with our last 6 games all at the River's Edge. So
crazy schedule, isn't it?
It is kind of, and there's reasons for that. As some of you may know, they went to, for years and years and years, they had 3 divisions, East, Central, and West. Now, with the addition in recent years of Fremont and Okoboji, with 14 teams, it made for kind of a clumsy schedule with 5 teams in the East, 5 teams in the Central, and 4 in the East. So they decided just to go with 2 divisions, and our division consists of Waterloo, Cedar Rapids, Dubuque, Mason City, Ames, and the Des Moines Capitals along with us. The other 7 teams are in the West Division. We play all the teams in our own division 3 times, so 6 times 3 is 18. We play all the teams in the other division 7 times 2 is 14 for a total of 32. So they kept that the same, but the travel's a little bit different this year. Anyway, we are ready to start.
And we're on the power play. There was a penalty on the Saints right at the end of the
we didn't know what exactly
period
was being called there at the end, but it turned out to be a 2-minute minor
for cross-checking.
Cross-checking. Now, that could have been another penalty, but they're not going to call it because they're already shorthanded. But Panther was definitely pulled down over there on a trip. Now the puck is sent in. The Blues are having trouble exiting the zone. They've blown through about 30 seconds of this penalty and have yet to hit the center ice line. Now they do. This is
Freiberger.
This is 10 Freiberger. Sends it around the far side boards. He's trying to get it to Blunk on the boards. Send it into the corner, and it's cleared out. And we got one man racing back. That's number 22, Weiner. He gets to it first, but he's pinned against the corner and is unable to do much with it. Now he's going to rag the puck at center ice and kill some time and see if he can get something set up. Now here's a pass, or a long shot that goes on goal, and Orr has to make a save on a bouncing shot. Now finally the Blues get control just to the side of their net. Sheehy doing a great job of forechecking, and the Blues still unable to get out of their own zone and control the puck at the same time. And once again, the Blues are frustrated as it's sent all the way back. Sheehy's going to get to it first in the corner. Driscoll goes after him. No real urgency on the part of the Blues to make something happen here. Now the puck is stolen right in front, and the Blues are lucky to come away with it. Smith now gets it just outside his own blue line, sends it across to number 4, Waterman. Waterman sends it in deep, but Blues are a little slow to get into the zone. Smith gets it into the corner, gets it to Panther. Panther brings it back outside along the near side boards, gets it to the high slot. Nobody there. And finally, Drissel gets a hold of it. Kept in and then sent out. And be careful. That Sheehy is all over the place. And that kills off the penalty. The Blues did not get a single shot on goal, nor did they come close to getting a single shot on goal in that period. Now this is Krzyzewski. He sends it across to his defense partner. That's Price, number 50. Back, intercepted, shot, big save by Orr. Well, once again, Pulse, who played so well in the first game for the JV, is out there. I know it's been 2 years, but I can't really believe how much bigger that kid's got than he was. I mean, he was tiny a couple years ago, but I can see why he was on the team because he has a lot of skill. A lot of skills, and now that he's a little bigger and able to maneuver his way around the ice, you can see why he'll be a valuable player for this team. 14:37 seconds left in the second period. Still 3-1 in favor of the Saints. I'd say the next goal in this game is going to be a very important one. It'll either reestablish that 3-goal lead and put them pretty firmly in control, or if the Blues get it, we're right back in it. This is Mendoza, sends it out along the boards.
So the Blues have been kind of careless with the puck and no-look passes to nobody. Again, that nobody player, man.
It's one of our, I wouldn't say he's our most valuable player, but he sure seems to get a lot of ice time.
Right.
And that's another pass from behind the center red line that goes astray and winds up in another icing against the Blues.
At least that was an attempt at a pass, not just flinging it down the ice. So real quick, Grandpa Greg keeps bringing up Saturday's game at 4. That is also a food drive. So your Quad City Blues will be running a food drive for that game. So you can bring a donation of a non-perishable food item to help benefit those in need. Boxes will be located right inside the NHL rink doors. So 4 o'clock for the JV, 6 o'clock for varsity. Bring something, a non-perishable food item, and help support the Blues food drive.
All right. Always a good cause, especially this time of the year with a lot of people suffering because of the shutdown and everything. It's important that people get their meals. All right, here's Blunk on the near side faceoff dot, getting ready to take the draw in his own defensive zone. And the puck was dropped unfairly, so they'll do it again. I think we're the only game in the league tonight, so I wonder if there's anybody in another market that's watching tonight. Let us know that you're watching. I always like to hear from people. Now here's a puck taken away by Panther. Down the left wing boards.
He has Freiberger.
He's
nice
got a man in
pass,
front,
and the
they
goal!
score!
Nice play.
Freiberger scores on a beautiful setup by Panther, who carried the puck pretty much the length of the ice down the left wing boards. As he cut toward the net, he spotted Freiberger, who slid it along to him, and this time on Freiberger one-timed it, and all of a sudden it's 3-2 in favor of the Saints. And just like we said a minute ago, that goal had the potential to be a very important turning point in the game. And fortunately, we got it, and now we're back within 1 goal. And we're almost back to where we started. We're down just 1 goal. It was not a power play goal, of course. That penalty had ended about a minute prior.
No, but I'll take
Yeah, we'll take it. No
I'll
doubt
take a
about
goal.
it. Yeah.
And the beautiful part about that play was Freiberger transitioning to open up to be on his forehand for the one-timer.
Yeah, exactly. And there was no wasted effort there. There was no cradling the puck on the end of your stick to give the goaltender a second or so to get into position. He just let it go, and Breen never had a chance on that one.
No.
So good job by the Blues to battle their way back into the game. Now here's a man break. This is Heacock. Still controls, takes it all the way across. Now he gets it over on the side to number 17, that's Zisk. Zisk in the corner. Tries to get it, and he's checked there by number 4, Waterman. Out along the boards, and I think that went out of the rink. So we'll have a face-off. And I certainly hope I'm not going to jinx him in any way here, but let's give credit to Brandon Orr. Had 3 pucks go behind him in the first 7 minutes of the game. Not that they were his fault, but he has responded by really stepping up his game here in the last 12 to 15 minutes, and he's held them at 3, and now we've had a chance to get back to within 1 goal. This is number 5, Randall, getting ready to take the draw against Drissel. And once again, the puck is dropped unfairly. And they'll do it again. 13:03 left. Shots on goal are 18-4, but the good news is the Blues have scored on 50% of their shots. Krzyzewski behind his own net. Plays it off the board to himself. He's hung in there by a couple of Saints players. And now it comes to Krzyzewski again. Krzyzewski tries to get it out. And they do get it out. This time it goes to Drissel. Drissel surrounded by Saints. He gets the puck almost to the goal but loses control. And now Jack Wright tries to keep the puck in. He's unable to do so. The team's battle at center ice. This is number 5. This is Randall. Randall sends it behind the net. And the Blues take it away. Now here's a pass along the boards. Nicely done to number 16, Mendoza. Mendoza trying to get it into the middle to right. His pass was deflected and didn't get through. Now here's another centering pass picked off by Dubuque, and they start to come back the other way. This is Pultz, knocked down with knee high with a nice work of the stick there by number 50, Price. And this is Waterman, sends it around the boards to Smith. Back to Waterman, back to Smith, and out of the zone. Now picked up by number 79, Munsterman. Behind the net. 42, Alexander plays it over to the far side. Neither team able to sustain any great offensive efforts in the last minute or so. Now here's a man breaking. This is Ruiz. Oh, he makes a nice pass. Shot. Nice save by Orr.
It was a nice stick by Waterman on the first attempt to just get in the way of that.
Now the puck is picked up by Weiner, number 22. He's got good speed as he goes down the far side boards on his off wing. Tries to get it back to the middle, but he's knocked off the puck. Now here's a man trying to get it in front. Can't do it. And Blunk takes it away and sends it up the boards, trying to get it up to Alexander. And now here come the Blues. That puck is sent in by Waterman, but he's behind the red line when he sends it in, so that's going to be an icing.
Dang it.
Well, just a note here, Munsterman, number 79, I am pretty sure, I'm virtually certain that his dad played on one of the very early Blues teams back around 2003 or 2004. So we've got generational players here for the Blues with the Munsterman family. He was a teammate of my youngest son, Jason, who was on the original Blues team back in 2000, 2001. Now, this puck controlled in the corner. Zisk sends it back into the corner. Doesn't get there. Now Blunt loses control. The puck is loose. Goes by the corner of the net. Once again, this is Sheehy. Xander Sheehy is one of their definite returning players who's got some good skills. And here's a pass thrown in from behind the line, and that's going to be an icing. That was well behind the center ice line when Zisk got a hold of the puck, and he sent it all the way down past the goal line that runs through the Blues goal. So that's another icing against the Saints. We mentioned Dubuque 3-0, the Blues 2-2, trying to get back on the winning track after 2 wins against Fremont and a couple losses last week on the road. Into the corner. This is Mendoza chasing it down. That's, I don't know who 77 is. I lost track of him for the other team.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he was on their original varsity lineup. So we'll have to find out who he is later. This is 38, Heacock. Carries it in. Good job there by the Blues. Here's Drissel. Oh, he had Mendoza. Couldn't quite get it to him, and the Blues have to slow it down and pick it up. There's a man trying to send a lead pass, trying to find number 7, Pultz, and instead it's going to wind up as another icing against Dubuque.
So we'll take that. We'll take face off in the in our offensive zone.
So what do you think of that schedule? 11 of our first 16 on the road, 11 of our last 16 at home. Crazy.
I guess if I have to be home games, I'd rather it be during the
January,
worst
February.
time of the year.
Yeah, keep me off the interstate at all costs.
All right, there's the face-off, drop of the puck.
All right, this is Pulse White again. This is number 50, Price. Takes it all the way back into his own zone. Here's a pass, tries to get it to Freiberger, but it's picked up instead by number 18, Schwartz for Dubuque. Sends it to Schultz, now back over to Pulse. And puck is left behind to the blue line as a couple of Saints go in. Now they're back on side. Here's a long shot. Deflected nicely, but not out. Here's Schultz with a shot, deflected by the defense. Another shot, try for a deflection there by Randall, but he missed it. Now the Blues come back. This is Freiberger. Freiberger cuts to the inside, but doesn't take the puck with him. Now here's a man walking in from the side. Good save by the goaltender. Oh, and there was a nice pass by Price. Now Panther was right there. Panther's got to watch his temper here.
I think he's getting a penalty.
I think he might be too, and that's an unnecessary penalty. He didn't really have to do that. He got shoved out of the crease and kind of went back at the player with his helmet, and that got the attention of the referee. And so the Blues are going to have to kill a penalty here.
Yeah, I mean, if they give Panther one, I don't know why they wouldn't give the other player one.
I think Blunk is asking that question. He's got the C on his jersey, so he can come over and ask questions like that. And they're talking about it, but I haven't seen that penalty box open for a Dubuque player. Weiner is hanging in there too. He wants to hear what the conversation's about.
So the signal is roughing.
Well, Panther made the real nice play on the goal by Freiberger to set it up, but then he makes kind of a unnecessary, dangerous play that results in the Blues being shorthanded. So have we had to kill a penalty yet? Yeah, we did. We had a goal scored against us on a power play, I think, in the first period. One of those goals was a power play. So we have Waterman out there.
Was Panther in the box?
I don't remember.
I know. It goes by so fast.
Oh, yeah. It's just one of the million things I don't remember anymore.
Oh, yeah. I hear you.
Here's Blunk. The draw comes to nobody at first, and now to Krzyzewski. Krzyzewski does a nice job of getting it to the point, but not out. Here's a shot. Saved by Orr, centered in front. It just trickles by the right side of the net, and it picked up. Somebody's got to get on that guy before he brings it out. That's number 14. That's Hill. Here's a man. Has the puck knocked off his stick behind the net. The Blues gain control of it temporarily. Blunk can't get it out. Waterman doing a nice job of patrolling that area right out in front to keep anybody from camping out there. Now back to the high slot. Man going to walk in. Shot and a save by Orr.
Nice glove save.
Yep.
Nice, good tracking.
The more I see of Brendan Orr, the more I like him. And the fact that he's a freshman, you know that over the next 10 or 15 games, he's going to get better and stronger and a little bit more savvy about what to do when things happen in his zone. And then he's got 3 more years after that, so we could be looking at a future outstanding goaltender for the Blues.
Yep, he was high in the crease when it was up on the blue line.
And the Blues are able to clear the zone. We're down to 75 seconds left in the 2-minute minor to Panther for roughing. And Dubuque looks to come out of their zone. This is 34 Sheehy's going to come in on the right side. Going to try and get to the net. He gets almost to the net, and he tries to stuff it into the near side, and he's unable to do so. And
So I think the puck got caught like by the skate and pad of Orr. because nobody knew where it was. And all of a sudden, you see him like look over.
These Dubuque players down here to my left, they knew where it was. They said it was in. It's in. It's in.
No,
it wasn't.
In. It was stuck like
Nice try,
in a
fellas.
skating pad.
Yeah, nice try. All right, here's Heacock going to take the draw against Blunk.
55 seconds.
Yeah. All right, the puck is cleared out by the Blues. And this is Breen going to play it off to number 12. That's Schultz as they look to set it up. Freiberger on the forecheck. Now they bring it into the blue zone. They're 3-on-3 as they enter the zone. Get it over to the near side boards. That's Heacock. Sends it around. Back to the point. Now over to the left side point. Back to Heacock. He loses control. Now he regains it. Sends it in along the boards, but it's cleared out of there by Krzyzewski. And Krzyzewski's going to go for a quick line change. Nice shift by Brady Krzyzewski.
How's that not a penalty?
Yeah, that's he didn't have the puck. All right,
I know.
Here comes Heacock. Got a lot of speed. He's going to get to the net. Shot and score. Power play goal, but that's strictly a case of the defenseman not coming up and playing him tight enough.
That was a nice shot by
It was a good shot, but
Saints.
he got too much room as he came down the right side, and that was number 50 Price. I think he'll learn. He's got to come out and stand that guy up a little bit before he gets that kind of speed and that kind of an angle. And it was a heck of a shot. There's no question about it.
Yep.
And that builds the Dubuque lead back to 2. We had cut it to 1. But now it's 4-2 with 6:46 left in the second period.
So we still have time in this period and a whole nother period.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think we trailed in both of the games against Fremont at some point in the game. So this team can play from behind. They just can't play from 10-2 behind like at Waterloo. That won't work.
That's a bit far. There we go.
Gets it to Mendoza. Mendoza trying
nice
pass
try.
behind Drissel. Now right in the corner fighting for it. He gets it over to the corner. Now there's a man trying to break. He's got to break, and Price is going to have to stay with that man. That's 32 Sheehy. A nice job by Price there to cut him off before he could turn and get to the net. Now the Blues try and get it out at center ice. Not quite yet. Now they do. This is Price. Gets around one man. Now it comes to number 22, Weiner. He's getting in too close. There's a backhand shot. Tries to get it in front.
Nice try.
Tries to get it to Ruiz. And the puck is cleared out of there.
And that's by the Saints.
Ruiz, Weiner, Sheehy, Heacock. These are all kids that you got to know where they are at all time. And seems like they've worked together as a unit on the power play, and they know what each other's doing. So better pay attention. All right, here's a man gets through. This is Sheehy, 34, over the line. Going to get in. Gets to the net. Puck is knocked off his stick. Goes to the near side corner and cleared out of there. And this is Mendoza going to pick it up along the far side board, sends it behind the net. There's nobody there for the Blues, so we got to get over there. Puck unable to be cleared right now. It's going to get to 25 Krzyzewski. Almost loses it right in front of his net. It's behind the net and sent out of there, and that's going to be an icing that I don't have a problem with at all, because we were having problems there. For those of you who may not have heard this over the summer, Brady Krzyzewski was one of the players on the Midwest League All-Star team that was selected, and he played with that team in a national tournament, which the Midwest team won. And number 25, Brady Krzyzewski, was named Outstanding Player of that tournament, which is just a tremendous honor and a very strong testament to how good a player Krzyzewski is for the Blues. The Dubuque now picks it up, sends it right back in, down to 4:39 in the second period, 4-2 Dubuque. They battle for it along the near side wall, and Dubuque comes away with it, and they look to re-enter the zone. Here's a pass. He's just crossed the red line, so that won't be an icing as he sends it all the way back into the far reaches of the blue zone. Now this is Drissel. Drissel along the sideboards on the far side to right. Right, can't get it out. And now the puck is right at that line and still in, still in. Still in, and now finally the Blues get it out. This is Driscoll. He's 2-on-2 as he enters the zone, but he can't. I'm sorry, that's Krzyzewski, 25. He was 2-on-2, but he couldn't quite control the puck. The Blues have to be sure they don't get a too many men penalty as they were changing right where the puck was over by their bench. Now we've got a 1-on-3 developing. This is Smothers.
Ooh.
Sends a, oh, there's an interception. Shot. Save by Orr.
Yeah, that surprised Orr.
Now here's a save.
Mendoza
blocked by Mendoza. Fortunately, he had to go down to block that shot and took him a while to get back up. Otherwise, he might have had a breakaway. All right, this is number 14. This is Hill. Loses control. Now the Blues come away with it. Now taken off in there, and we're going to have a penalty. This looks like a penalty coming up. Well, they blew the whistle when the...
Be hooking on the Saints.
Okay, all right.
So 14 got his stick tied up under the arm and into the jersey of Freiberger.
This is number 14, Jensen Hill, is going to go for, they call that a hook or a hold, or I'm not sure. But anyway, the Blues are going to have the man advantage. They were not very successful on the first power play in this period, but they did score a even strength goal shortly thereafter, so maybe that gave them a little momentum, of course. All right, back to the point. Comes to right. Right shot is knocked down by the defense. I think it hurt that defenseman as it hit him in the shin. Now here's the shot. Tried to clear the zone, couldn't do it. Waterman is able to hold it in at the line. Now he sends it in, sends it behind the net, looks for Mendoza to pick it up. Instead, it's Blunk along the line. The captain comes out of the corner, sends it across. Oh, tried to get it to Freiberger, but Freiberger was not in a position to open up on that forehand. Now here's a man going to break. Oh, nice big hit there by Waterman. Knocks his man off the puck and prevented a good chance at a scoring opportunity. Good play by Waterman. Now the Blues come back. This is Waterman. Takes it into the left side corner. Behind the net, loses control of it. Freiberger gets to it. Now right at the point, sends it back to Freiberger. Freiberger is put into the boards as Mendoza goes to chase it down. Blunk on the near side picks it up. Oh,
it's
that
still
was
in.
close.
Still in.
Here's Waterman trying
Top
to get
of
to
the
the
slot.
shot in front.
Oh.
Just deflected wide. Here's Wright. Got a shot away. Took a little too long to get that one. Now we got a breakaway. But that's going to get too far away from the man. He can't catch up to it and still get a good shot opportunity. Down to 40 seconds left on the penalty, and they're going to elect to just take the puck back into their own defensive zone, rag the puck, and take some time off the clock. Now here's Weiner again. He's all by himself against three Blues. He maintains control. Now here's a shot. Oh, just missed on the far side. The centering pass hits the back of Orr. Fortunately, it didn't deflect off his back into the goal. Now this is Freiberger.
10 seconds left on the power play.
Freiberger can't control it, and it's sent all the way down. And once again, Weiner is going to be the first one back. So that play is alive. 1 minute left in the period, and the penalty is over for Dubuque.
1 minute remaining in the second period.
This is Sheehy. She gets past one. He's going to walk in. Shot off the far side of the net. Wide left. Now here is Price. Price sends it across on the near side. This is Bradley with a shot, a bouncing shot that is controlled. Nice centering pass, but nobody there for the Blues. Down to a half a minute to go in the second period. Here's Alex Smith. Tries to keep it in, but now it comes out. This is Heacock. He's got speed. And they score. They score on a deflection of a pass by Heacock to number 7, I believe, is going to get credit for that one. That's Heinkel. And Krzyzewski was draped all over Heinkel as he came down the slot trying to keep him from getting that puck, and he just couldn't quite do it. And the pass was perfect enough that Heinkel was able to get it on his stick and just get a little bit of elevation on it and Orr had gone down thinking it was going to be a shot along the ice, and it deflected up into the upper corner off the stick of Heinkel, I believe. And that pushes the score back to
3-goal
lead and another last minute goal.
Yeah.
Got 15 seconds left in the period. Here they come for one more attempt. Here's a shot. Oh, and a big save by Orr.
It's a big comeback save
Yeah.
after
Saints goal.
getting scored on like that.
Alexander Hinkle.
Yeah.
Assist for number 38, Jack.
So Orr's done a good job in net. I mean, 28 shots on. You know,
That goal was Henkel, and it was Heacock that gave him that beautiful pass. And got to credit Krzyzewski for a great effort there, but it just wasn't enough, and there was nobody else back to help out. So down to 1 second. There's the buzzer, and the second period is ending. Unfortunately, a couple of late goals by the Saints have pushed it back to a 3-goal lead as we end the second period. Shots on goal, 28 for the Saints, 8 for the Blues. So it's hard to say this has been an even game, but the Blues had a period of time there from midway through the first till very late in the second where they played quite well, but they've had a couple of lapses here late that's going to make a comeback pretty tough. But anyway, we'll be back in about 13 minutes for the third period. This is Quad City Blues Hockey.
This is the first year I think he's not practicing. Well, it would have been the high school team because
All right. Welcome back to the third period of tonight's game between the Blues and the Saints. The Blues scored after falling behind 3-0, the Blues scored 2 goals, one late in the first and one early in the second to cut it to 3-2, but then had the misfortune of giving up 2 goals late, another one with 19 seconds left. So now they've given up goals in the last minute of both periods tonight, and that is a recipe for disaster. But we're only 3 behind. The Blues come out and put one on the board early and put some pressure on the Saints. We're not out of this game, but we're going to have to play a pretty flawless third period, and we're certainly going to have to up the number of shots on goal. We've got 8. They have 28. So far, I think you'd say that they are living up to their status as an undefeated team in the league. This will be their 4th straight win if they hold on to this 3-goal lead.
So the 2 goals that we have scored, we looked really good on.
2 goals really were beautiful.
The Panther to Freiberger play was just phenomenal. We just
who was the second one?
That was the second one. I don't remember the first one.
That was Panther, wasn't it?
But we just first stay out of the box.
Yeah.
That's not helping.
Well, we opened the third period with a clean penalty box. Nobody for either team is sitting right now. So the Blues, I'd say the Blues need to score that third goal within the first 3 or 4 or 5 minutes of this period to get back into contention in this game. Now the puck along the near side boards in the blue zone. Picked up right in front. Shot. And another goal. Another man. That was number. Boy, I wish I could catch these numbers right on the fly there. But going back to the 38. Oh, that's Heacock again. Too many times we've left players wide open in the slot. We seem to get lost. And like you said before, puck watch. They're watching the puck instead of who's going to the open space in the slot. And again, that was a player who took the pass, and it was on his stick and in the back of the net in the flash. There was no hesitation. Yeah. There was no cradling of the puck. And to his credit, Orr got his glove up. It just wasn't fast enough.
But he was all alone right at the hash marks in the slot.
Yeah.
That's a tough save for a young goalie.
Now, there's a very dangerous pass by Cutcomp that could have been picked off right at the blue line, and man would have gone in all alone, but fortunately he just missed picking that off. So the Blues are now down by 4. Trying to get it out of the zone. This is Sheehy, and the Blues unable to, now they are able to get it in. It goes back into the corner to Zisk. Man cuts right in front of his own net, but he's got some good speed. Trying to pull away from Freiberger. Cutcomp. There's a pass along to Freiberger on the right wing, his off wing. Loses control temporarily. Oh, now he's offside. He put himself offside there.
Alexander Newell at 16:36 remaining in the third period.
So that linesman should have been telling that player that it was off. Because I don't think Freiberger realized.
Coming into this game, Dubuque had outscored their opponents in their first 3 games 22-6. So this is no accident. Oh, Price just is able to deflect that player away from the net. There's a long shot in front. Puck is loose in front, and they score again.
That's rough. That bounced off the tall glass on the end boards.
Or had no idea where that puck was, and that's not
Yep.
his fault. He's facing outward, and the defense just has not gotten back quick enough to help him out back there.
Yep. Now, he did come out a bit far past the post, and when it bounced off that glass, it came back. And I think it hit him in the back of the leg.
That's possible, and that's just another sign of he's never seen this kind of shooting.
Right.
You know?
Oh, no.
So, well, now it's opened up to a 7-2 game. If I were a betting man, I think I'd be probably expecting a Saints victory when this is all said and done. But now it's how well can the Blues play in the last 15 minutes of this game to try and get some self-respect back.
We're
And-
scoring 6 unanswered, baby.
Okay. That sounds like something Rich would have said.
Well, I do like Rich.
Okay. Man tries to get around Krzyzewski. Krzyzewski gets to it or makes the stop and then covers up. Probably a little shell shock there, not knowing whether he's going to have any support back there. I'm just going to stop the play right now and
That's right.
wait for everybody to get back into my zone. Well, it was about 7 minutes of play ago, going back to late in the third period. This was a 3-2 hockey game in favor of the Saints. Now it's 7-2. So the Blues have to pick it up here and kind of put themselves in a better frame of mind for when they play the Ames team on. Here's Blanc
Blanc.
going to get to the net. And it's knocked off his net off his stick rather, just before he was going to let the shot go. Nice move by Blanc. It appears he's
put
he's
it
one
in.
of the few Blues plays that can make that play. Dubuque has like 4 guys or 5 guys that are that quick and shifty to get to the net like
I think
that.
you're underestimating it. I think it's half the team
Maybe more.
from what
yeah.
I've seen. But that was a nice
Well-
move by Blanc to get it behind the D and go around him.
As we pointed out, there are 11 banners on the side of the glass here indicating the 7 senior players that Dubuque has. So you would expect a team this senior heavy would be pretty darn good, and they are. Here's a long shot, and Breen makes the save on a shot from about 70 feet by Freiberger. It was 10 feet outside the blue line. At least he put it on net, but there wasn't much chance of that getting in.
No, but I don't mind. There's going to be a face-off to the
Yep.
left of the goalie. We get a easy line change. It's not a bad play.
All right, Mendoza on one wing, Driscoll at center, and Jack Wright at the right wing position. Waterman gets a shot away. It's on net. Pad save by Breen. Now his shot deflected by the defense over to the near side board at the half wall. And here's a man. This is Sheehy again, going to get in. Nice play there.
Yeah.
Let me get the number there. That was
Price.
Freiberger.
Price bumped him
Oh, I'm
off.
sorry, 50.
Yep.
50, not 10. Price did a real nice job of knocking that Sheehy off the puck, and he had some speed.
Yeah, and Price isn't the biggest kid out there, so that was good. That was good. Good physical play by Price to get him and just give him enough of a push, not draw a penalty, but cause Sheehy to lose control and lose balance.
That shot from the near side half wall here skittered right through the crease, and Brendan Orr gloved it and just allowed his team to make a change for the faceoff now to his right in the faceoff zone. Another save by Orr.
Yep, another quick shot off the faceoff. So this is the point of the game where, as a coach, when I coach a team and we're losing like this, I just, it's just focus one shift at a time, one play at a time.
Yeah, there's no 5-goal play in hockey.
Like, here we go. Here's a good move.
Here's Smith, Alex Smith.
Right.
Tries to get around 1, 2. His shot doesn't get through to the net as it's knocked down by the defenseman. That's number 8, Mellencamp. Nice break up there by Waterman. Gets it not quite out of the. Now it's dumped out to center ice. And here's a pass over on the near side board. It's going to get picked up by Trey Alexander over the blue line. He's checked off the puck. And that's number 12.
Oh, right out front.
Here's a shot by Price. It's deflected to the corner.
Bounced off one of the Blues
Blanc
players.
gets it back to Blanc, back to the point to Waterman. Holds it in. shot,
Oh.
and a nice save by Green.
And that's a good example of what I was just talking about. Nice, simple plays. So Smith got it over to Trey Alexander, who carried it in, bowled his way in, got it deep. We got nice, easy control, put it on net. We didn't score, but, you know,
At
and,
least there seemed to be some design to that play, which is, you know, what you want to see more and more of as the
Yeah.
season goes along. Now here's off the faceoff. It's stolen.
Man, he's
now
got
here's a
speed.
man breaking all the 2-on-1 break, shot, save, rebound.
oh, he missed
And
the
he
net.
missed the net. They had a 2-on-0 and they missed it on the shot. Very unselfish play there. Now
Maybe-
here is number 14, shot, save, behind the net. Save
Oh, nice
by
save by
Orr.
Orr. That was a nice save.
Another save by Orr. He's becoming a shooting gallery down here to our left.
So the
Here's-
Saints, after giving up a few opportunities to the Blues, decided enough of that.
Yep.
A couple nice saves, give Orr some confidence there.
I haven't. Obviously, I didn't see this team here last year. Ruiz had an older brother that was quite good that played a couple years ago. But the younger Ruiz brother has had a really nice game for the Saints. And like you say, it's not just a 3 or 4 man team. There's a lot of good players on this
Oh,
team,
yeah.
and they're really making it rough on the Blues. There's a shot
Oh,
deflected
nice
in
try.
front. I'm not sure if it was our guy or their guy who deflected. Fortunately, it was wide.
Blues a little trapped in their end. Here you go. Now be smart. There you go.
There's a nice pass. Gets it
Yeah.
ahead to number 2, Panther. Panthers
And changing behind.
follows it all the way into the corner. Now it's stolen by Drissel. Drissel
Oh.
shot. Oh, the man almost putted into his own net.
It's
now the
loose.
puck is loose in the crease, but it's covered up there by Green, and we got 4 of the Saints players right there to try and make sure that nothing any more dangerous than that happens on this rush for the Blues.
It might be a sign of maturity, but Ryan Waterman was signaling to Jackson Panther to calm
Take it.
down, calm down.
Well, of course, Ryan last year had a couple of times where somebody could have done that for him too.
That's what I was saying.
And like you say, it's a sign of maturity.
Sign of
and the kids
maturity.
are growing up, and you know these are all positive signs that will help us, you know, in the games. And here's a man breaking.
That's all
Good
right.
hustle by Waterman. He's going to get there in time to take number 18. That's Schwartz off the puck. There's a long shot deflected.
Out of
and
play.
Out of the rink.
What do you call that?
That's a Bizen pop. That's a Blue Sports Network puck out of play.
I don't remember if I'll remember all that. I'll just ask you, what is that? What do you call that? So look at that. We're up to 13 shots. And we've had, you know,
This is Jack right now along the near side boards, loses control and unable to keep it in, but now Mendoza chases it in. Randall going to pick it up just outside the blue line. One of our Blues players tried a hip check there that missed. I think that was Krzyzewski. Didn't really connect, but it did slow him down enough that the Blues were able to gain control of the puck. Now the puck gets by our outlet man along the boards, and it's picked up by number 17, Zisk. That was number 25, Krzyzewski was knocked off that puck. Here's a man going to get a shot away. Nice save by Brendan Orr. And sent out of the zone, picked up by Zisk again for Dubuque. Sends it over to his defense partner, that's Anders Hill. He sends it behind his net.
turnover.
Here's a pass right in front.
Oh, skate.
He was looking there for number
Alexander.
42, Alexander, and he was just a step slow in trying to get to it, or the pass was behind him. Now, once again, this is Smith trying to keep it in, but he can't do it. Here comes Dubuque back. 2-on-3 as they enter the zone. Shot behind the net. First to it is Alexander. He's double teamed back there and loses control of the puck. Now he's going to try and regain it along the boards. Gets it to.
That was Munsterman.
That's number 79, Munsterman. Back behind the Blues net to Waterman. Waterman sends it off, looking for Munsterman. He's got it. Maybe we just do shorthand, Munster to Water, leave the man out of it. Battle for it in the far corner. And out of the zone, now we've got a potential 2-on-1. They're rushing back to try and get a 2-on-2. Shot. Save. Puck is loose. Oh, they lost sight of it, so this time they did blow the whistle. Another unselfish play by Dubuque as the winger on the right side got it over to the left wing for a shot. And fortunately, Orr had just enough time to move from his left to his right to face against that shooter and made the stop. It dropped right at his skates, and he was able to cover it up. 8:34 left in the game, 7-2 Saints. Freiberger earning the wrath of the assembled multitudes for the Saints JV kids who were sitting behind the glass there. But the referees didn't see anything that they could call. So play goes on. Ooh. Freiberger takes a hit from number 7. That's Hill. And the puck unable to get out. Kept in at the blue line. There's a shot in front. And now Blunk is there to get it away from harm's way and gets it out to center ice. Back to the blue line where Dubuque goes D to D, and now they're going to set up their rush from behind their own net. That's number 2 Panther on the forecheck, but
chase them out. We're down.
It's kind of a passive forecheck, so looks like Dubuque is content to stay behind the net for a good long time there. Their man comes busting right down the middle. He's 2-on-4 as he enters the zone. That's Zisk again. Price tries to take him out of the play. Puck is loose behind the net. They battle for it. Good solid play by both players, and it comes to number 17 Wright. He's unable to clear it. So the puck back to Waterman behind his net. And here he comes. Loses it at the blue line. Fortunately, the Blues players do get back this time, so there's no odd man rush coming. Now here's a man get a shot away. Nice save.
Nice save.
Pad save. And Waterman, is he going to chase it or no? He's going to leave it for, now Waterman trying to battle for it. Right, Price behind the net. Sends it to Wright. Wright gets buried along the boards.
That was a little hard from behind.
Yeah, it was. And here's a
There
pass
you
ahead
go.
to Drissel. Drissel
damn it.
can't hold it on his stick. And the puck is going to get sent back into the Dubuque zone. 6:30 left in the game. Dubuque content to play keep away here as they've got a big lead in the waning minutes of the game. Now here's a man. This is Pultz again. He's going to get right to the slot. Very shifty. Ooh. He battled in the corner. That is number 56.
Cutcomp.
Yeah.
Yep.
Remember his brother played several years ago for the Blues.
It's cousin.
Oh, it's his cousin?
Yep.
My mistake.
Yep. That's
I can't keep my cut comp straight.
yeah.
All right, here is Ruiz, number 13, left-handed shooter into the zone, loses control. Now it's deflected into the corner. Krzyzewski trying to get it away. Sends it behind the net. Cutcomp misfires, but then gets it ahead.
There we go. There we go.
Number 25, Krzyzewski. Krzyzewski
Go
into
to the
the
net.
zone.
Go to the net.
He's going to try and get to the back end now. He's going to take it behind
Trey,
the net.
go to the net.
Nobody in front. Now he's got somebody, but and Karstens, that puck was out of the zone. That's a good call.
Yeah.
I might be more vociferous against that call if it was 3-2, but 7-2. Yeah, it was out of the zone. We're not going to fight about it. Down to 5:18 left in the third period. Now the Blues will have one day to regroup tomorrow. I assume they'll have a practice tomorrow in preparation for their game on Saturday against the Ames team coming into the River's Edge.
I don't think so.
No, maybe not. Okay. Well, maybe the coaches will look at film or whatever. Now Blunk sends it in and it's deflected up into the bench of the Saints. Well, I told my wife this game would probably be over by 10, and with any luck I'd be home by 11:30. She said, "Don't bother me, I'll be asleep."
Yeah. You better creep in the house. You and your hockey.
Oh, she's lived with hockey for pretty much 55 years. So. All right, this is Price. Makes a nice move
nice
around
move.
one man. Gets
There
it
you
up.
go.
But then we turn it over just outside the blue line. And here's a pass. Man breaking in. Shot. Nice save. I think.
Nope.
Oh, he just deflected that? Or
Yeah, I think it
yeah,
went off.
yeah.
Off.
He had the glove up. I thought he caught it, but it was deflected off the glove. and
Must
up
have hit the
into
post the way he just hugged it.
Did he?
That would be my
Maybe.
guess.
Was he just thinking the post?
I think so. So yeah, the Blues are just off on their breakout passes. They clean that up a little bit.
Well, you know what? It's hard to replicate speed,
Oh, yeah.
in practice if you don't have that much speed on your own team because, you might be able to make those passes work against some of the younger kids on your team, but when you go
Yep.
up against the first teamers from a team like Dubuque or Waterloo, that's not going to be a good match. Now here is Sheehy. So he tries to get it in front. Heacock tried to tip it in. He missed just wide to the right side of the net.
Nice job by Jack Wright to cover that, to see that guy coming down the slot like that.
Well, that's a recognition, of a senior.
Yep.
You would hope your seniors would. Oh, here's a nice move, shot.
Off the
I think
post.
that one missed the post, hit the post also. Tell you what, that Pinkley is a pretty good player. Here he comes
All right.
again, gets around one man. You got to stay with him. Shot, save again.
Nice.
That's 41,
Nice.
41 shots on goal.
That was nice patience by Munsterman to not panic and throw that puck down
Yep.
the ice.
I'll get it back to the point. Now here's
Shoot.
a man moving in from the point.
Oh, don't
and he has
wait.
it picked off his stick before he gets the shot off. Nice play there by number 43. Who did I say that was? Bradley, right?
For us,
43, yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I had to think for a second.
Picked up by Krzyzewski. Krzyzewski is easier to say than to spell. I've learned
Oh,
that.
I could never spell it.
Yeah. So I'm glad I don't have to spell it. I just have to say it. Here's a lead pass ahead. That goes past
That should
everybody.
be
That's going to
icing.
go down. It won't be on net, so that's going to be an icing against Dubuque. Careful there, boys. 2:55 left in the third.
Yes, Chesky. I don't know. I grew up next to Bay City, Michigan, so at one time had the second largest Polish population in the United States.
All right, Blunk has the face-off go back into behind the net and out, and this is going to come all the way down, and
That could
this
be
is,
icing.
This is going to be another icing. No, they wave it off correctly. It
Oh, yeah.
didn't get to the red line anyway.
Oh, tape to tape, boys. Tape to tape.
Here's Bradley in the corner.
Nice.
Good job by Bradley.
Yeah.
Now he gets it
Bodied him off.
over on the near side boards to Freiberger. Has it come off his stick. He tries to take it behind his net. Now he turns. Good forecheck there by number 22. That's Weiner again. He's been active and very good the whole night for Dubuque.
There we go.
There's the drop back pass to Bradley. He loses it.
Oh,
Here's Weiner going to get in alone. Shot. Say score.
Yep.
Went 5-hole.
Yep.
And I don't know if Weiner had scored before tonight. I know he's had a couple of points, but that was clearly his goal as he stole it just inside the blue line. And their 42nd shot of the night results in their 8th goal. And there'll be a lot of here for Coach Dobbs. And
I do have a complaint.
what's that?
They hit two posts and they put them up as shots on goal.
Oh, did they?
I know it's nitpicky, but
You're right, though.
I know.
That's not a shot on goal.
I know. It would be 40. So with just under 2 minutes left, the Blues are down by a score of 8-2. But they're making some good plays.
Uh-oh. 2-on-1, possibly a 3-on-1. The Blues
No,
are
good
hurrying to
hustle
get
back.
back.
Good hustle back.
Yep. And it's popped up in the air, and it looks like Orr
Like a center
made
fielder.
called for that ball and made a nice catch. And medium center field.
That's
for,
our second baseball reference of the game.
Now you're going to look at that score and say, well, they got 8 goals. How good was our goaltending? The goaltending was not the problem tonight. There were a lot of good saves, a lot of excellent opportunities, and just too many defensive breakdowns. I mean, you could probably go back and find 1 or 2 that Orr would say, yeah, I should have had that one, but not a lot at all. And so it's going to depend on how well we can get this team defense to improve that will determine just how we do. One thing that is a positive thing for this team, looking way down the road, is that this year 10 teams will qualify for the tournament rather than 8 in the varsity division.
Yeah.
In the JV division, it's still 6, and I would say we don't have much of a chance there off early returns. But I think this Blues team could make the top 10, and maybe even a little better than that. But they're going to have to clean up the defense and. Hopefully
Here we go,
better
20
luck
seconds. Let's see what we got. Smith
that's
down along
Alex
the board.
Smith.
Max.
Oh, he's taken out of the
he's
play.
taking it hard.
Nicely on a clean check. Puck back to center ice. There's almost lost an edge and would have gone into the dasher pretty hard. And there's the buzzer.
So
what went from a very competitive, a pretty competitive 3-2 game. Wasn't competitive in shots on goal, but the last half of this game clearly belonged to the Saints as they put up the last 5 goals. So that's the story from Dubuque tonight.
But I thought the third period the Blues played well. I mean,
the 2 goals early in the third and
right.
the 2 goals early in the first were real killers for the Blues, and that's something they're just going to have to work on. So anyway, that's it from the I'm on Ice Center. For Dan Beckwith and the Blues Sports Network, this is Greg Corcoran wishing you a safe drive home and pleasant evening, and we will see you Saturday at the River's Edge.
You'll be there?
I'll be there.
I'll be there
This
too.
is Quad City Blues Hockey.
All right.